Rev up your engines! Okay, today we have an Audi A4. Everybody knows I don't think that much about Audis, but this is strange. This is unbelievable. It has almost 211,000 miles on it, and it's still running pretty good. What happened? Now, they've been selling the Audi A4s for quite some time, but 2025 was the last year that they sold in the United States, and they sold around 500 of them. They didn't sell very many of them, right? But this particular one in 2013, I gotta say, it's held up pretty good. You can see body-wise, it still looks good, and it's lived in Pennsylvania its whole life, where they use a lot of salt on the road. It's an A4, and it's a 2.0 turbo Quattro. Now, since it is the infamous 2-liter turbo, let's talk about the engine in this particular one. Not only burns about a quart of oil every 3,000-4,000 miles, which is not bad at all for 211,000 miles, but at about 90,000 miles, it had to have the timing assembly replaced because that almost stranded them somewhere. And when it comes to fixing and maintaining these things, here's a booklet of all the things that they had done. And they had a lot of things done. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. Big ones, little ones. Here's a big one, $2,400. These things are expensive to maintain. Now, this particular one was his mother's car, and he got it, so it's been in the family the whole time, and they did take care of it. You can see they spent many thousands maintaining it, and they listened to me. They changed the engine oil and filter every 5,000 miles, which is the main reason that this thing only burns maybe a quart every 3,000-4,000 miles, because they've been taking care of it. Now, it has the original turbo, but he said the wastegate is starting to go out on it. It's got problems on that, but it hasn't blown up or anything yet. But back in the day, in 2013, when these things were all made in Germany, they were still making these engines pretty good. Only the alternator and air conditioner run off of fan belts, drive belts. Everything else is electronic, and if you've ever bought electronic German things, Audis, BMWs, Mercedes, you know they are very expensive. But this particular car has one big saving grace. Look inside, check it out. It has a manual transmission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-speed manual. If you ever bought one of these with the automatic transmissions, you know that when the transmission goes out, so does the car. You send it to the junkyard because it would cost so much money to replace that automatic transmission. Now, this is a Quattro, so it's all-wheel drive system. Has worked flawlessly for him. They said they had 9 inches of snow. He did have snow tires on it then, and he was plowing all around with it, driving around. It is a very good system. Audi came out with this. It was the first real all-wheel drive system that you could drive around over 100 miles an hour in the snow. Not that I advise anybody doing that. They did it on a closed track, but they do have immaculate handling. There's no questioning that. But as I say, the proof is in the pudding, so let's get out the giant scan tool. Let's see what's really going on inside this thing with 211,000 miles. I'm still amazed. Pull out the little stay so it'll set up there, and we'll turn on our giant autel scan tool. We'll see what shape everything is in. While it's setting itself up, you can see, hey, it's a 2013, but man, it's still covered with electronic everything. Fancy stereo system, electric AC system, electric parking brake. You can turn the traction control off. Here we have the Viofo dash cam. They're pretty good. I've tried some out there. Excellent. He added that in. It's already detected it, which is good. We'll do a standalone diagnostics. 2013 Audi, it knows what it is. Do a full fault scan. Going through it pretty quickly because it is a relatively modern system here. The leather seats are still in excellent shape. Front and back, I don't think that many people sat in the back, but They're very comfortable leather seats. Now, to me, this is kind of a miracle. 211,000 miles, it's only got one fault, and that's just sporadic tire pressure warning. So yes, I'm totally shocked. Normally I get an Audi, 211,000 miles, there'll be like 37 or 89 trouble codes, only one, and it just means that one of the tire pressure warning systems, the battery's starting to wear out because it does have 211,000 miles on it. This is like the miracle Audi. They should, put wings on it. So let's start her up. And we'll look at some live data. We'll push the old live data and start looking at some of that information. And as usual, it's a German car, so everything is done individually, right? So let's start out with the main parameters. And here we go. Remember, black's good, red's bad. We'll start looking through this thing. Everything's completed successfully. There's no problems yet. Let's get in some live data. Everything's relatively normal. Gives you the fuel pressure, the current of the oxygen sensor. Perfect. Good thing there's machines like this, so you can analyze it and have the machine do most of the work. You don't have to sit there with gauges and measuring stuff. It's all done electronically. All the cylinder suppression's inactive because it doesn't have any problems. They're all running perfectly fine. It even gives you the AC compressor data. We're not using that now. Too cold outside. Now it's got the original compressor and it still works. So hey, like I said, this is a miracle Audi A4. It may be only one of its kind. It's a really rare bird here. Nothing's red. Cylinder head temperature's normal. And like I say, check it out. Longitudinal acceleration raw value. We're talking about some high-tech engineering here. Camshaft information, ignition timing, the camshaft, variable valve timing data. It's all good. And look at this. The long-term adaptation of throttle value for the mass airflow, 1.000818. Okay, so that's 0.00818 off of perfect. Now driving on the highway from Pennsylvania to Tennessee here, you got 30 miles a gallon, and that's not bad for a turbocharged car that has all-wheel drive that's got as much acceleration as this thing has. With, of course, 211,000 miles on it, though. Now, like I said, if you want to talk about complexity, talk to the Germans. Heat quantity for dew point N before catalytic converter, bank 1. The dew point. I guess it's a weather station, too, It's got everything on it. And we're still going. Everything's still good. Shows you the oil fill level. And it goes on and on and on. It's still going, people. This is a German car. Gives you even the medium injection timing. Not only does it do the coolant temperature, but check this out. It does the coolant temperature linearized value. You can't make this stuff up. Go backing up, and it's still pretty smooth. He said the only thing that really makes noise is the wastegate, so we'll hear that when he shifts. It is still a smooth riding car. But I do have to say, strangely enough, he's had the back struts replaced twice, but still the original front struts. And it is still a very smooth riding car. Now you can see, this is why I'm letting him drive. I'm wondering how can this thing possibly last 211,000 miles? Because, as you can see, he's a relatively conservative driver. I'd be revving this thing up, and he's going much more conservatively than I would drive. And that's one of the reasons it lasts so long. Which reminds me of a story. One of my customers bought one of these things years ago, and he blew it up within a week driving at 140 miles an hour because he bought it from an old man who never went fast. Then he blew the engine up. So if you drive these things conservatively, and he got it from his mother, who was also a conservative driver, hey, it is still an excellent car. Although they did spend many thousands maintaining it. Realize this is not a Toyota. You can't just change the oil and drive all over the place because it will fall apart in front of your very eyes if you don't maintain it. Here we go down Tobacco Road. Who would ever thought I'd be living down the road from Tobacco Road, but I am, so. And really, it's still a very quiet, smooth car. Now we're gonna come to our little drag strip up here, and we'll see if he'll drive it faster now. On your mark, get set, go! You feel a little hesitation there. Something dead in the road, perhaps? No, somebody's shirt. I don't know what happened to the person, but it had a little stumble, but I mean, it's got 211,000 miles. It's still very smooth. Like you said, on a highway, still getting 30 miles a gallon, hardly burns any oil. This is an amazing A4. If they would have kept making them like this, they would have sold more than 500 last year, and maybe they'd still be making them, but they're not making them anymore. Audi is kind of in deep doo-doo with Volkswagen. Their sales over the last quarter, Audi was down 20%. Some of the Volkswagens were down 40%. And this particular model, they're not making it anymore. To a stop, it is a very smooth idling car. I mean, you'd never think this thing had 211,000 miles on it. On the twisties, these are a lot of fun. That's what basically solid Audis were. They're zippy, they ride well, and they're really fun to drive around. But if you're ever thinking about buying one of these, you better maintain it, right? And have a guy like me check it out before you buy it. I was shocked. This is the only Audi in my life with this kind of mileage that the only trouble code it had was for one of the wheel sensors. The battery was going out. He's got a tire pressure gauge, so he doesn't care. But I am amazed how well made this one was. Built in Germany, put together right, and maintained. You gotta maintain these things. This is not a Toyota. You can't just drive it until the wheels fall off, because indeed the wheels will fall off long before they would on a Toyota. So here's an Audi A4 turbo with 211,000 miles, and it's still going strong. I'm literally blown away. Now, if it was my car, of course, I would also be blown away by the money spent maintaining the thing over those years, but it was a solid built car. It's still running strong. Sure, they only sold 500 of them last year, and they don't even make them anymore. In the United States, they're not even selling a model, but at one point in time, they were actually pretty solid vehicles, as exampled by this. Now, conservative driving has a lot to do with it. You saw he was a conservative driver. The fact that it is a 6-speed manual transmission also adds into the mix, because if it was automatic, I could guarantee it would be broken and it would be in a junkyard, because nobody's going to spend that kind of money to fix it. But all things considered, this thing is still humming down the road. Just realize if you're thinking about buying a used one, you got to make sure it was maintained, have a mechanic check it out, and don't get in it and drive like a maniac, because it will go and then it will blow. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.